Hello everybody, my name is Ishaan and welcome to Ishaan's NeuroSphere. We will be exploring in this channel the brain, one neuron at a time, taking a complex topic such as the brain and making it simple and accessible to everybody without making it hard to understand, of course, to a certain degree, to everyone with different educational backgrounds possibly and different interests, whilst not keeping my content boring, hopefully. You're probably thinking, who am I? Who is this guy randomly presenting all of this to you? Well, I've mentioned my name already, Ishaan, but I'm also a year 12 student studying chemistry, maths, and biology for my A levels. My dream career is in medicine, more specifically neurosurgery and neuroscience, as of its depth and endless learning that takes place within the course that you would take. But why neurosurgery? There's millions of subtopics, of subcategories that you could go in when you pick medicine. Why neurosurgery? Well, this wasn't an overnight thing where I would go to sleep and wake up and be like, oh, I want to do medicine or I want to do neurosurgery. Even picking my interest in medicine was quite tough early on, as it was quite an obscene thing to me, and my interest was mostly in maths at that time. However, I went over to Bangladesh in a year 10 holiday. I'm not sure which one, most likely the December holiday for a wedding. And a week leading up to this, I was visiting my granddad's pharmacy, which also doubled down as a chemist, where I would notice multiple procedures being taken. And this honestly enlightened me, as it showed the amount of care and, well, reliability and trust you'd have to have in your equipment and making sure that everything would go right just to treat a single person. And this showcased to me how sacred the human body was. Nonetheless, my fascination with the brain more specifically started later that year, before my mock exams, where I had to conduct a historical analysis just before my exams, I'm pretty sure 4 weeks before my second pair of mocks in year 10. And during this revision and analysis of my GCSE historical topic, I came across Phineas Gage's case, where there was a metal rod that was shoved into his skull somehow. Whilst he was mining, I'm pretty sure he used an explosive and it propelled the metal rod into his head, and he somehow survived, which was honestly of great interest to me, since people usually say that the brain is the most complex organ and the most important organ. Yet he still survived with minor neurological issues after getting impaled in the head completely. And of course, that started my journey. But why did I make this channel? If I could just be studying to get into medicine, why would I make this channel? Well, this is more importantly to help people understand neurosurgery in a more comfortable depth, since it is quite a complex topic, so people would want to stay away from it. However, if I'm able to make that more simple, which is my main goal, I would be able to get more people into this field and possibly understand it more, as I feel like it is a field everyone should be aware about because of everyone has a brain, don't they? And this also links to how there's many fascinating topics about the brain and how I would like to delve into something I personally enjoy. As, for example, in the biology exam boards that exist, they cut the brain off quite early, since it is quite a topic and hard to understand. Well, it's quite a complex and hard to understand topic, which of course is understandable, but I would prefer to look into it deeper, which is what I'm doing with this channel. But what could you expect from this channel primarily? Well, I'm diving into parts of the brain, surgical procedures and neurological procedures and techniques, and neurological disorders that would come as of an anomaly of these parts of the brain. And of course, I'll be going into depth within every single part of these stimulus points I've just mentioned. Nonetheless, I'll also go into famous case studies, maybe historical ones if I could link it to neuroscience, which I could of course look into different explanations to how the case study would work and how it would of course take place. Nonetheless, if you would like to connect, you could connect through my comments, where I'll try to reply to as many as your comments as possible. Maybe you could ask for a specific topic for me to talk about. Don't be shy. You could talk about anything regarding medicine. I could link everything to the brain, honestly. So, say you wanted to talk about history as a whole, maybe history. I could talk about PTSD. That is a part of history, as of World War II soldiers, World War One soldiers, anything. You could go as far back to maybe even crusades that would take place and how the neurological effect of the soldiers would affect certain battles. Nonetheless, if these things all satisfy you that I've just said, I would ask you to please stay tuned. There will be a new video every Wednesday. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.